Hi, I'm John McAuliffe, Chief Marketing Officer of VFM Leonardo, and welcome to VTV. VTV has been produced for hotel e-commerce, marketing, and sales professionals to provide insights, knowledge, and learning from industry experts on how to extract more value from a hotel's presence on the internet. Each week, I will interview an industry expert on a single topic. We have discovered many of these topics from industry people like yourself and encourage you to let us know if there is a topic you would like to see on future episodes of VTV. You can email us at vtv@vfmleonardo.com and make your suggestion anytime. Welcome to today's episode. Our topic today is the role of online information in travel shopping, and I am joined by Laurence Bernstein. Laurence is the managing partner of the Bay Charles Consulting Company. He has been a leading proponent of the new order of differentiation and has written and lectured on the subject of experiential branding and intrinsic-extrinsic research methodologies in Canada, the US, and China. Laurence is a graduate of Cornell University and is a member of the Cornell University Trustee Council and the Cornell Arts Committee. He has worked for major hotel brands and advertising agencies on projects designed for growth by understanding and delivering meaningful experiences. He is a prolific blogger on various subjects, including a number of articles on understanding and amplifying guest experiences in hotels. Laurence, welcome to VTV and thank you for joining us.
Hi, John.
Today, our topic, Laurence, is the role of online information in travel shopping. I know that you've spent most of your career studying and understanding the behavior of consumers during their purchase cycle in the hotel industry and in other industries like automotive and packaged goods. What are your thoughts on the way travel shoppers interact with the information available to them on third-party intermediary sites or online travel agency sites and similar other sites?
John, one of the concerns I have about the way online travel sites have developed and the way that consumers are being forced to interact is that they have become very rational and very single-mindedly price-focused. There's a sort of general assumption that the customer pretty much knows roughly what they want and will go around searching until maybe they find it or they, I think probably the assumption is they're going to find the right price and then book it. This is unfortunate because that's not really what people want, and it's not really the way people view their travel, especially when you're talking about vacations or holidays and things like that, which have a much deeper significance and excitement to them. So what we see happening is that the online travel sites and online travel information and so on is missing what I refer to as the inspiration aspect. That idea that you really need to make people want to stay with you or to be in your hotel, go to your resort or travel on your airline beyond just the rational, well, I'm going to Florida for a week and yeah, that place is there and it's cheap. People don't want to book their holidays like that. They want to book it with a kind of vision in mind and a sense of excitement. So the smart thing to do, I think, in online travel marketing is to try to get that inspirational message to people as quickly and as forcefully as you can, even though they are online.
It's interesting. I had read a recent Forrester study that talked about a large percentage of people, I believe it was 56% of people, consider travel as an area in which they would indulge themselves. And we've talked about previously that experiences are the new luxury, if you will, and that what people are looking for is not necessarily travel, but the travel experiences. So if I were a hotelier, how can I actually articulate the types of experiences people would have at my hotel when, as you say, the online travel agencies are more focused on the rational components of the purchase process, and really experience is the inspirational aspects of the travel shopping process?
Well, think of it as you might have thought about as a bricks and mortar travel agent 20 years ago. What would happen there is the travel agent would be talking to the customer about the hotel and would then have handed a very pretty brochure about the hotel to the potential traveler, and that traveler would have been inspired and would have said, "This is where I want to be." And a hotel should be looking to generate that response right at that point of booking. So anything that can be done at the point of booking to bring that sense of inspiration to the person will have two effects. I mean, obviously, it's going to make people want to stay in the hotel. It's going to develop a level of expectation, which is going to justify cost rates and margins. But it's also going to interrupt the logical process, and it's going to cause people to say, "That's it. I'm going to book this. I'm not going to look elsewhere. I'm not going to traipse around. I'm not going to do all this stuff because this is where I want to be." And to do that, it's going to take more than manifestation or expression of what we always call the edifice complex that hotels have, which is, if we show people our building, then they're going to love us. And it's going to take more than showing the bed with the tray of breakfast tray in the bottom corner. It's going to take an understanding of what people want to see when they look in that hotel, and showing that in bright color, action, movement, whatever can be done at that particular point in time to break through this kind of droll, rational, tactical stuff that's going on the travel site and get people inspired to make their decision.
It's interesting. It's I've heard this from yourself and a number of other people that have been on our program, and it's that whole ability to inspire people. I like how you had articulated it there, that inspiration will actually interrupt the logical process, which in turn creates an action that people want to stay at your hotel. And certainly the ability to inspire people is much greater when you can actually appeal to more senses than the more senses that you appeal to, the more inspiration that you're going to be able to provide to them. So I hear what you're saying from the standpoint of being able to do more than just show photos of an empty room. So as a hotelier, what can I do tactically in order to get that inspirational message out to the travel shopper when they're on an OTA?
I think we live in the 21st century. It's not entirely impossible to put video on a video link on your listings on the online travel sites. It's not impossible to ensure that the 360-degree views of the rooms of the hotel are interesting and are done parts of the hotel that people might be interested in. It's not impossible to think that all of the stuff that you talk about the hotel really comes at it from a point of view that might actually be interesting to the person who's looking for their travel. It's not impossible to think of actually having different videos for people who have different experiential expectations. I mean, there's a different. If I'm going to a place with kids, I don't want to see necessarily the same pictures of the place as if I'm going there as an adult with my partner. A hotel would be really well advised to actually have two of these things, so that they can inspire me to want to be there for what I want out of the experience, and not not kind of burden me with the pictures of what other people want out of the experience, which may in fact work against it.
Yeah, it's interesting. You bring up a very interesting point that we've heard before, and that is to focus your video story, if you will, more on the experiences versus the product or the service that the hotel provides. We heard one of our guests one time say, don't show me an empty room, show me a room in which that I can see other people experiencing what I want to experience. And I certainly think that your insight and your counsel on even the tactical level of, why not have multiple videos that are based on the types of guests that you have coming into your hotel and based on the types of experiences that they want to deliver is a way of inspiring people on a more relevant basis. Laurence, again, another very informative and insightful conversation with you. Again, we thank you for joining us on VTV and look forward to another time that we have you on our show.
Great. Thanks for inviting me, John.
To all the viewers out there, be sure to visit vtv.vfmleonardo.com and post your comments. Tune in next week for more from another industry expert.